All right, and I think we are live here. Perfect. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in again. I am Sean Santoro. Well, this is One-on-One Biz Talk. Today, my guest is the one and only Eddy Hammoud from Eddy's Mediterranean Bistro in Tabbouleh by Eddy's. I don't know if any of you have ever tried some of Eddy's cuisine. It is phenomenal. Every time I always rave about those beautiful little pitas that you made at the launch party. Forget about it. It's just insane. So thank you very much for coming on today, Eddy. I know you're a busy man. For those that aren't kind of familiar with you or your story, just give everybody a little intro to you and your business.
So, of course, my name is Eddy Hammoud. I own Eddy's Mediterranean Bistro. It's located in Windsor, right across Catholic Central, 420 Tecumseh Road East. About a year back now, we opened our second location. We partnered up with Dr. David Mady, and we opened Tabbouleh by Eddy's out on L'Esperance in EC Row, 1614 L'Esperance to be exact. We serve a fusion, at Eddy's we serve a fusion of Italian Lebanese, and at Tabbouleh's it's strictly Lebanese. We have a passion for what we're doing. Dad's been cooking for over 25 years. Of course, my mom makes home-cooked meals and everything. I got into the industry kind of seeing Dad being the head chef of the cook shop for 19 years and Mom, cooking at home. I was in the dental field before, though, but I didn't have a passion for it. At the age of 14 is when I started working in the restaurants. I went to school, like I said. I completed dental hygiene. Was starting university to dentistry, but just wasn't enjoying it. So I ended up just continuing with the restaurants. October 21st, 2014 is when we opened up Eddy's.
There you go. That's the Tecumseh one.
That's the one in Windsor on Tecumseh and Howard.
Gotcha.
So we opened that one up, and then, like I said, it just kind of flew from there.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Nice. And so how old were you when you kind of took this step back or finally decided like, hey, yeah, dental hygiene, that's not for me?
21.
Okay. So yeah. See, you figure some stuff out. You never know. We got lots of time to figure stuff out.
You know what? You never know too, right? Like right now, like I definitely love doing what I want to do. And I also want to venture out to doing more things as well, right? So of course I want to kind of keep in my lane, keep in my category, but yeah, we'll see on opening up a little takeout business in the near future as well.
Yeah. Wonderful. Perfect. And so, I mean, being in the state of affairs and the situation kind of we're in, I know from hearing from other kind of business owners in the restaurant area, have you guys felt a little bit of the pinch and kind of what's gone on? How have you guys kind of come out of it?
And it's kind of perfect because with our podcast, and I'm sure you've kind of explained to everyone that we have a podcast as well. One of the last topics we spoke about was change. So it kind of prepared us for that as well. But, in the first 2 weeks, I'm not going to lie to you, it was hard. Yeah. It was hard because we weren't adjusted. Like we woke up basically the next morning and we were told to shut down our doors. We knew things were kind of leading towards it, but things were getting worse in a sense that people were getting sick, but I never imagined that I had to close the restaurant entirely. Yeah. And even when Doug Ford was doing the whole transition of closing essential workers, we still never even knew if we were going to stay open or not. So we were actually preparing for a full shutdown. Yeah. After they said that we're allowed to do takeout and delivery, now it's more in a sense of adjusting your business to do that specifically. And you have to go with the trends, go with what's going on. So for us, takeout and delivery, okay, we collect cash at the door if we're doing delivery or, cash that person out of the door. It's takeout. They come in normally, cash out and everything, but now it's different. Now there's some screens that have to be put up to protect both the staff and the customers. We had to adjust the machines to do, just tap. So the customers are not using machines so much. We have to wipe down the machines after every customer. We have to do contactless delivery, contactless pickup. That means taking the card over the phone, or even some people are uncomfortable even coming into the business. So we had to look at what is out there in the market, what's everyone doing right now, and kind of adapt to that. And not just that, how can we be different? How can we make it more comfortable for people? And even when it came to the whole AGCO allowing alcohol to go, I went and took the initiative, okay, like, yes, some people might buy full bottles of wine, but let's go out and get mini bottles of wine and get mini coolers. You know, you had to be creative in those ideas to kind of give you different avenues for revenue to come in.
Yeah. And did you find some challenges with doing the alcohol thing? Just because I know it's government run here. I'm from Alberta, and so like moving here, and they're like, you got to go to this one place to get your alcohol. You got to go to this other place if you want beer, and so it's kind of like a whirlwind for me. So did you guys have challenges getting through?
Absolutely, it was definitely hard because from before I just walk into the LSBO, get my order, and cash out. Now it's more in a sense of waiting 45 minutes in a line to get alcohol. So you had to be more prepared, right? The first couple of times, like I didn't like the first time I went shopping, I didn't realize like the LSBO would be that packed. And like in the beginning stages, the LSBO was just letting people in. Yeah. After that, there was a transition. Okay, now there are only a number of people that only can be in the store, right? So that wasn't something that happened right away as well, right? So now it's more being, you know, stock up a bit more, be more prepared. That way we're doing less trips to the LCBO. But even with that, I don't think customers have really adjusted that they can do takeout with alcohol as well yet.
Okay. Well, hey, when I saw it on Facebook there and your ad on it, I was like, I didn't know you could include alcohol as part of that.
Yeah,
like,
people were at talk, right? And us who have licensees got an email through AGCO. But I don't think the public was well aware of it either yet.
Yeah. And so AGCO, that's what, the
Alcohol Gaming AGC
Commission of Ontario?
Yeah.
Probably Commission of Ontario.
Yeah,
okay.
Commission of Ontario.
Gotcha. Okay. And so, and so normally, like before all this happened, you would just have to go to LCBO and just pick up your order for whatever it was you needed: alcohol, wine, beer, whatever it was. Yeah. Did they never do any kind of delivery system like the LCBO itself?
They have a warehouse which is located on Eugenie, which that's strictly for businesses only. So they place the orders, and then you just go pick it up and go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for me, I'm a more of a sociable person, let's say. So I like actually going to the store, picking out my order, seeing what different types of wines maybe I can add to the menu, change up a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Cool. Yeah. Right on. Okay. So and obviously, you've seen things kind of slow down. I've seen lots of posts, you guys doing tons of good stuff, helping out the frontline workers, just helping wherever you can. So
yeah. So that's one thing, you know, we kind of can explain to guests right now, everyone kind of watching this, is we did start a program. It's called Adopt an Essential Worker. Yeah. What that basically means is we've driven down our costs to bear, like just to cover our overhead.
Yeah.
And we're going around to different establishments in the city. Hopefully by the end of this week, I'm going to have a calendar where all the different establishments that we'll be donating to will be posted. People will be donating money, and the money that's being donated is going strictly towards feeding essential workers. Yesterday, we did our first establishment, which was a grocery store. And I really wanted to put an emphasis on grocery stores because they're also working hard right now too.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of focus right now on, you know, the hospitals, and we're eventually going to get down there. I've already contacted Met Hospital, which we're going to be donating food to them as well. But I want to kind of spread the love throughout the city. Yeah. So to donate money, and one thing as well that I wanted to add is everything is going to be clear to the public. Like we're being, how do I say it?
Transparent.
Transparent. I lost the word. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's transparent as possible. Yeah. So by donating, you can either e-transfer to info@eddysrestaurants.ca. You can go on our Facebook campaign and donate there, or any cash deposits. There's going to be like a box at both locations where people can donate money there. Everything's written down. Everything's going to be kind of out to the public if the public asks for it. And that's about it. So we want to make sure, once again, to get around the city as much as we can. But of course, we need the approval of different establishments. If we don't collect enough money, we still, from the restaurants, are still going to be donating as well.
Yeah. You already got people coming in.
Hey, Martin. Yeah, just a friend of mine.
Okay. See? Beautiful. It's 11:30. Everybody see? People still got to get their lunch. The phone's blowing up. Lots of stuff going on. So that's good. That's good. You're keeping active. You're helping out the community. That's awesome. For a lot of other the small business owners, again, part of our Facebook group, all of our following the community. What have you kind of found, or what's a couple of pieces, or even one good piece of advice for the people that are kind of struggling or just aren't sure what to do right now? What's a good way to kind of pivot or just reevaluate things?
One thing, everyone knows, and kind of just reinforcing, is we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
Everyone's struggling. We're all just in different situations. We just have to learn to adjust. One thing is just adjusting to change. Our mindset is, I think, the biggest thing is we have to change our mindset. In the beginning, and like I said, in the beginning of 2 weeks, it was hard. I was down. I was like, okay, I was down on myself, but it's not until you take control of your mind and you change what you want and you go after what you want to do, that's when it will happen. So we're all in the same boat. Look at what's going on. This whole adopt an essential worker, I got this idea from New York. It was a restaurant in New York that was doing it. So once again, look at what's going on around the world. Look at what's going around the city. Adopt these changes. You can make yourself successful only if you change your mind. Only if you tell yourself that you want to be, then it will happen.
Yeah, absolutely. See, and that's awesome. Again, I think a lot of people, they can benefit from just hearing a lot of this same stuff again. It's just keep active, keep a little bit going on. Don't get stagnant. Don't drop it into neutral, right? Just try and grow and improve and just think outside the box, right? Because again, right, you happen to be tipped on by somebody who was doing it in New York.
Take this as a challenge, right? Take this as a challenge to teach you for future events. What if something else happened? How are you going to react to it? Know that, take this as an opportunity to be better prepared in the future.
Yeah, perfect. That's awesome. Well, again, I appreciate the time. You've already got people showing up. Your phone's blowing up, so I won't hold you back. People got to eat. But thank you again very much for coming on today. Again, Eddy Hammoud with Eddy's Mediterranean Bistro and Tabbouleh by Eddy's. I'm Sean Santoro. This is one-on-one biz talk. But thank you again, Eddy. I do appreciate the time. Absolutely. I hope to hear many more chats, and we can get our podcast back up and running.
If anyone needs anything, we're here for everyone's assistance as well. So call us, message us, email us, whatever you'd like.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, buddy. You take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.